Today we're talking about the new IK Multimedia Arc Studio system. So if you want to know how this differs from older versions, what it actually does and all that good stuff, then stick around after this introduction. Welcome everybody, I'm Dan Spencer and I am the Audio Sorcerer. So this is the channel where I teach you how to perfect your audio recording, mixing, and mastering skills. So if you are looking to improve upon any of those skills, get the latest product reviews, and even learn about music business, then make sure that you hit that subscribe button, but also the notification bell, because then you'll never miss a new video when it comes out. So without further ado, today we're talking about the new IK Multimedia Arc Studio system here. So you may be familiar with version 2 and version 3, but this is completely different. The reason I say that is because it comes with hardware in it. So what makes this really amazing is you actually load the room profile you create to the box, and the box lives between the outputs of your audio interface and your speakers. So once you load the box here, you don't even have to have software open. Anything you play from your computer here is now going to go through this. So I can listen to Spotify, I can listen to YouTube, and hear the room corrections. That's what makes this product absolutely amazing. So what I want to do now is I'm going to do an unboxing here and show you what comes in the box. All right, so the first thing that comes in a box here is the main device, which is the Arc Studio. Now, this looks like an audio interface, but it's not. It does have two XLR inputs and two XLR outputs on the back. And these are going to be used for you to pass your signal from the audio interface into here and then out of here to your speakers. Now on the front here, we have a power and signal clip LED, and then we also have a correction button here. So what's cool about the correction button is that if you don't want to use this, you can just press the button and it turns this unit off. So it just becomes a pass-through for the audio. So it's really cool. We don't have to use any software at all to engage or disengage this box, okay? So the next thing that comes in the box is our actual measurement microphone. And this microphone here is the same one that comes with version 3. This is a flat frequency response microphone, which is also known as an RTA. So the other main thing in the box here I want to show you is this cool little cardboard piece here that has a printout of what the signal flow should look like. So if you don't want to open up the manual, you could just look at this card here and it shows you exactly how things should be hooked up. And lastly, I should mention that there are some accessories in the box, like this microphone clip, which of course holds the microphone. And also you get a power supply for the Arc Studio box. You get a little card in there that gives you your licensing information, which I'm going to show you here in a second how we actually register the unit. And then lastly, there is also some warranty information in there, which is good to keep. So with that being said, we're going to register our device, and then I'm going to correct this room here and make it sound like $1,000,000. So if you are new to IK Multimedia products, the first thing that you need to do is go to their website and go over to the IK Product Manager page here, and then download the software for whatever operating system you have. When you first launch the IK Product Manager software, you're going to want to log in, and then you're going to see this software page right here. Now to register our software, we go up to the register button here at the top right, click that, put in the serial number that was on the card that came in the box, and then hit register. Now you're going to see Arc System 4 software show up. That is the software that works with this system. And you want to go over to the right hand side here and click install. Now mine's green because it's already installed. So this is going to install two softwares, the actual Arc System 4 software and then the analysis software, which we're going to look at now. So when you first open the Arc 4 analysis software, it takes you to this welcome page here, which just gives you an overview of what the software system does. So it says it's comprised of a room analysis application, a DAW plugin, and a standalone application to control the Arc Studio device. So we're going to go down to the bottom right and hit next. So the next page is the microphone selection, and this is where we're going to be choosing which microphone we're going to be using to take the room measurements. Now the cool thing is if you have any prior Arc systems, you can use the microphones from them with this software. Now if you bought the new Arc 4 here, you're going to be using this Arc MEMS microphone here, which is the black one. Now another cool thing is if you hit this arrow here, you get access to the generic measurement mic. So if you have a generic RTA microphone, you can use it here and you can load a calibration file for it. I'm not really sure how that all works, but it is an option. So let's go to the next page. So the next page is our audio setup, and this is where we choose which outputs and which input we're using on our audio interface. So for output device here, I'm using a Craneborn Audio 500R8. That is my audio interface. For output left, I'm using DAW left. For output right, I'm using DAW right. And my sample rate is 48 kilohertz. So of course, this is going to be different on your setup because you probably have a different interface than me. Now, for the input side here, I'm also using the 500R8. My microphone is plugged into slot 2. And since this is not CPU intensive, you can use a low buffer size. So I'm keeping this at 128. And you can also see the microphone signal populating right here with these green LEDs. So let's go to the next page. So the next page is where you select your listening environment. And as you can see, there are 5 different options right here. So the first one is Project Studio. And this is going to be if you're sitting at a small desk, you have the studio monitors on the same desk, and the computer monitor is pretty much right up in your face. It looks just like this picture right here. Now, the next option is Studio Monitor Spot, and this is the most common one. This is the one that I'm going to be using. Next, we have Studio Wide Area, and this is going to be if you want to capture a good listening environment for 2 people sitting next to each other in front of the console. Next, we have Studio Back Area, if you want to give a good listening environment for a crowd you may have in your studio. And then lastly, we have the Movie Studio Home Theater. So with this box here, we're now able to use this in an environment like that. So I'm going to select Studio Monitor Spot here, and then I'm going to hit Next. So the next page is going to show you how to position the microphone. So as you can see right here, you want to sit down in your studio chair. You want to put the microphone on a stand, and it needs to be horizontal, okay? Don't make it vertical, and it's going to be ear height. And then here on the right-hand side here, you want to create an equilateral triangle. That is you in the middle here, to the studio monitor to the left, and then to the studio monitor to the right. So these should all be equal distances. So if you have some measuring tape, I definitely recommend using it at this point, okay? So I'm gonna hit the next button here. So the next page is where we set our levels. So the first one here is our playback level. And this, of course, is the audio coming out of our speakers. So what you want to do is you want to turn down your speakers all the way, and then you want to hit this play test button. And then you want to gradually turn up your speakers to the level that you're used to mixing at, okay? That's how you properly calibrate this section. So I'm going to do that now, and then you're going to hear this audio in the background. Okay, so for me, that is a comfortable mixing level there. Now, the next thing we have to do is we have to set our mic preamp level here. So you're gonna let this sound play here, and then you're gonna gradually turn up the gain knob on your audio interface that your microphone is connected to, so that the level down here is landing in the correct section, okay? I can't do this right now because I actually have a setup on my audio interface where this isn't gonna work currently with the microphone that I have here. So I'm gonna do this, and then we'll come back. All right, so I finished my microphone calibration, and on the next page here, we get to choose what kind of measurement we want to do. So we have 2 options. We have quick mode here, which is going to do 7 measurement points, and then we have advanced mode, which is going to do 21 measurement points. So of course, me being a mixing and mastering engineer, I'm going to opt for the 21 points here because it's going to be more accurate, okay? So I'm going to hit next here. So the next page here is explaining to us what measurements are going to be taken in advanced mode. So we're going to be taking 7 measurement points at 3 different heights. And over here, as you can see, we're going to be measuring at ear level and then plus and minus 6 inches. So let's get to calibrating my studio. All right, so I'm done taking my room measurements, and all I have to do now is save my config file. So the first thing I need to do is select a icon for my speakers. They don't really have my GABL look in here, so I guess I'm just gonna go with this one here. It's the closest. And then we need to go down to correction name here and give our file a name. So I'll call this Audio Sorcerer Studio. And then I'm gonna go down to save here. And we are done. All right, so the last thing we need to do is load the configuration file we made to our Arc Studio box. So at this point, you want to make sure that it is hooked up to your computer via USB, and then you want to launch the Arc4 software. And then you want to go up to where it says, please select a device, and then select your unit, and it's going to sync with it here. So what we want to do is we want to go down to the bottom here where it says measurement and actually select the measurement that we made, Audio Sorcerer Studio. And for your target here, I recommend flat. You can do what you want, but flat is what I want. I want to be mixing in the flattest environment as possible. So that's what I'm selecting here. Leave virtual monitoring off. And then lastly, all we have to do is hit the store button up here, and it is syncing with the device and it is sending our file to it. Now, to actually enable the correction, you can hit the correction button on the box, or you can hit correction here and it will turn it on. Now your box is all ready to go. All right, so there you have it. My room here is now corrected. The profile now lives in this box here. So all I have left to do is just put this into my signal flow chain and I'm good to go. That is all it takes to set up one of these boxes. So if you are interested in getting one of these, I do have a link in the description below where you can go purchase it. If you did end up liking this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe so I'm making this content for you, and hit that notification bell to know when I have new videos coming out. And if you enjoyed this content, check out my review on IK Multimedia's Mixbox. And with that being said, until the next video, I will see you guys later, and peace out.